What do you actually manage on a day-to-day basis? See, because I think you manage this. I think you manage behaviour in people. Now, let me explain what behaviour is to me. Behaviour is just simply words and actions. It's what you say and what you do, and if you're responsible for other people, it's what they say and what they do every second of every day. That's what you manage. You manage people's behaviour, words and actions. Now, I need some help here, please. In an ideal world, give me the kind of words that would describe the kind of behaviour you would love for yourself and for everybody else to exhibit on a day-to-day basis.
Proactive.
That's a nice one to start with. Do you know why? I can spell it. Proactive, okay?
Enthusiasm.
Oh, you're trying to catch me out with that one, aren't you? Enthusiastic. That's okay. Go on. What else?
Motivated.
Self-motivated. Love it. These are good. Keep them coming.
Positive.
Positive. I like that one. What else?
Honest.
Oh, I'm going to get a nosebleed at this rate. Honest. You're going to say reliable next, aren't you? Right? Reliable. Come on.
I'd like to say mature, but that's my...
That's okay. Mature. Yeah. Mature and, like, thoughtful. Or at least you've thought things through, yeah? Creativity, initiative, innovation, flexibility, all these kind of things. Being innovative, flexible, cooperative, creative. Have you all got responsibilities that require kind of you going at 90 million miles an hour all the time? Yeah? Because if you've got something that needs to go at 90 million miles an hour all the time, and you need 18-volt batteries all over the place, if one of the batteries fails, and you go to the stores and they say, well, I've only got a 6-volt one, and you think, well, it's better than nothing. When you go and wire the 6-volt one up, when you turn the lights back on in that part of the system, how would you describe the lights?
Dull.
Dim or dull. That's a good description of people who've got the wrong size energy level. And what do you think those people are like getting going in the morning? Sluggish. You know, these are people who say things like, well, I don't really get going till I've had my 15th cup of coffee. You know, like, well, what time's that then? Like 4 o'clock in the afternoon when it's time to go up. So you need energetic behaviour. What would it do for your results if you could get everybody around you exhibiting that kind of behaviour every second of every day for the remainder of 2004 and the entire duration of 2005? What would it do for your results?
Greatly improve them.
Oh, I wish you could all seen your faces for that little nanosecond, because you all were on the edge. Hi. And it lasted about that long before. What a load of conkers that is. I don't think you've got any idea what it's like in the real world. Well, I do live there, right? And a lot of people think that kind of behaviour out of themselves and other people on a consistent basis is real pie in the sky stuff, which if you don't understand the principles of what working miracles is all about, is pie in the sky. But once you do understand the principles in terms of where behaviour comes from, right? Because in many ways this behaviour, this is like an iceberg, if you like. This is, you see, an iceberg has only got 1/9 of its entire volume visible. And it's like with a human being. Our behaviour is just the bit that pops out the top. It's the bit that most people see most of the time. But the real drivers of our behaviour lie deep inside every one of us. And to understand how to get the best out of ourselves, we need to understand what the drivers are. And we need to take control of the drivers. Because this is just an effect. The causes are much deeper. And as human beings, what do you think it is immediately drives our behaviour? What do you think immediately drives our behaviour as human beings?
Attitude.
A little bit lower down, Tony, but you close to it. There's a little segment just before we get on to the attitude one.
Conditioning.
Say again?
Perception.
Perception's a bit lower down still, but it's in there. But
basic needs.
It's in there, John, but it's... let me tell you, we're human beings, right? Human beings. Let me tell you what it is that drives our behaviour. These things, feelings and emotions. We are human beings. We're not androids. We're not bloody robots. right? We're human beings, and as a result, our feelings and emotions are the immediate drivers of our behaviour. Don't be so naive as to think anything different than that. We make decisions emotionally. Oh, we justify them rationally all the time, but we make decisions emotionally. And let me take this out of the theoretical and bring it into the practical for each and every one of you. All of you, honestly, madly, truly, deeply. Let me ask you something. When you feel good about something, how do you behave towards it? When you feel good, go on.
Based.
So you feel proactive, energetic, positive, enthusiastic, creative. And have you got to press a button to get that out? Or does it just come flowing out automatically? So it's automatic. This is cause and effect. When you feel good, you can't help but behave that way. You go to any hospital in the land and ask any doctor, when you feel good, physically, what happens to you? And they will tell you that your brain gives a signal for your body to release trillions of chemicals, which are actually called endorphins or endomorphins, which actually cause that behaviour. And the principal component of endomorphins, anybody know what they are? Won't be morphine. It's the purest form of morphine known to man, and we produce it naturally when we feel good. Or in other words, this is like a legal rush. And you know the really good thing about it? You can't get done for possession. You produce bucketfuls of it. And it's not just morphine. You get a real feel-good cocktail. You get like dopamine, serotonin, all kinds of like stuff. So this is now, rather than you thinking this is a bit hit and miss and cross your fingers and hope you get it right, you now understand this is cause and effect. And when you get yourself and other people around you feeling good about what they're doing, right, the energy and the vitality and the creativity, you become unstoppable. You become absolutely unstoppable. So it's not hit and miss, it's cause and effect. Cause and effect. Now, what's interesting about this is when you get on the other side, what do you think happens to people's behaviour when they feel bad? So you get, when you feel good, you get all this positive stuff out, but when you feel bad, you get all the negative stuff out. And what actually happens, you end up with the ultimate in negative behaviour. And the ultimate in negative behaviour is no behaviour at all. In fact, I coined a term a while ago called creative avoidance. And if you feel bad about something, how creative do you think you can be in order to make sure you avoid it like the plague? Well, I tell you, more creativity than you could ever hope to have when it comes to that. Some poor car salesperson hasn't seen a customer for 3 days. And then this morning, a customer pulls up, and I hope nobody's driving one of these, in a Peugeot 605 GRD estate car on a Y plate. So some like 23-year-old rust bucket. And they pull up outside, put the foot on the brake, and the front wing drops off in a pile of dust and rust and stuff. And now, don't give me any theory here, give me the practice. How do you think most car salespeople would feel about the prospect of taking this fine automobile in as a part exchange? Because they'll be thinking, oh God, the guy wants £10,000. You like that?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't, believe you me. Because they'll be thinking, oh, the guy will want 10 grand for it and it's worth 10p or something. Yeah, now let's have a double bad feeling now. And the guy who gets out of it is the spitting image of his old PE teacher. In fact, it is his old PE. He used to hate his guts. And he got thrown out of Saddam Hussein's army for cruelty and ended up teaching his school for a while. So, anyway, so now you've got a double bad feeling. So as the guy walking through towards the showroom, what's the salesperson's automatic reaction? And oh, look, lads, it's 10:30, my turn for the bacon butties, I'll pay, right? And he's gone, right? Because, or he'll go for a crap for an hour and a half, or he'll pick up the phone and start talking, and it didn't ring, and he didn't dial. But if he's got a phone and he's shuffling it, the customer might walk past him.